Ooh, dear. Good evening, lads and lasses. Good to see you all here. Oh, I forgot to do that part. Forgetful of me. There we are. That should fix it. Wonderful. Good evening, lads and lasses. Well, good evening to the Americans, I suppose. Not quite evening for me, it's quite early in the morning. Can everybody hear me? I'm not quite used to this. I've only ever streamed at night time, where I was able to have a bit of a cheeky cocktail or a cheeky glass of beer or cider. Ooh. Goodness. But yes, I've decided to start up this, start expanding this. Oh, bonjour to you too. What are you, from France now? Goodness. Yeah, so I started to start up a little of a extra thing, maybe just at a different day when I have time, because, oh goodness, sorry. I'm not used to getting up and trying to think at this time in the morning, even though it is quite late in the morning. Oui. Oui, oui, my friend. But yes, instead of a glass of the devil's... No, well, I suppose not the devil's. The liquid of vice, I suppose. I have a wonderful glass of tea. Anyone else drinking tea? Or are you coffee drinkers? I'm quite proud of the fact I've only drunk tea most of my life. I've drunk coffee, but it never really mixed well with me, you know? Oh dear, sorry. I was... Goodness. I never liked the idea of being dependent on coffee like many of my associates and compatriots. My peers, and even these days many of the younger people, are quite dependent on coffee. And sometimes you need it, but it never helped me stay awake. Tea does. Vaguely. I feel it's more of a... what is it? Placebo effect than anything else. Now, today we're playing, yes, as the title would ensue, and the picture that was on the title would ensue. We're playing the critically acclaimed Portal from 2007 by Valve, I believe. Now, I've never actually played this game, which shouldn't be a surprise, I suppose. But this is a game that's one of those ones I've seen others play at Christmases and when I've been visiting my nieces and nephews, but I've never personally gotten around to trying it out. So I thought I'd give it a go. And so, let me jump over to... Finally, I'm using this gaming screen again. Oh dear. Oh dear goodness. Let me put the correct link in there. Oh goodness. Oh dear. That is very low resolution. This game has decided to be difficult. This is why I should probably test these things. Wow, that game is tiny. I wonder why it decided such a tiny resolution. Ah, there we are. It's better. Not the best, but better. No technical difficulties. A fickle mistress, you are? Let me just... I really should be doing this before the stream. But Today I was a bit distracted talking to somebody about tea. That'll have to do. Right. Wonderful. But yes, this is a physics-based game. I'm sure many of you know it more than I do. And it shouldn't take too long, from what I've heard, so we'll just go through. See how it all runs, shall we? Some nice... ominous. How do I interact with these? Ah, there. Okay. E. Garbage.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed,
relaxing indeed.
And we are now ready to begin the test proper.
This is quite loud. Do tell me if the sound is too loud or some such. One of these days I'll figure out why the sound changes occasionally.
Serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from... Stand back.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
2.
Quite a singer, it seems. Ooh, wow. Would you look at that? Oh, there I am. I suppose. How fun. What I heard, this was some sort of physics engine test, that they didn't really expect to be too successful. But that's what I was heard when I was talking to my nephew recently about it. It was a quite interesting game, though. Ooh, truly deep and insightful puzzles here. Very difficult to figure out, I'm sure.
Excellent.
Amazing.
Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test.
Truly, I am
First, however, note
a genius.
the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science material emancipation grid will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the Aperture Science weighted storage cube.
Ah. I suppose that resets us at the start of each puzzle. Suppose it's good game design. I am starting to wonder about the continued mental operation of this particular robot that's talking to us. I do know a bit about the games, and I know that robot isn't to be trusted. 1 out of 19. Alright.
Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500 megawatt Aperture Science heavy-duty super colliding super button.
Now it changes. I see. Come on. I'll die of old age if you move any slower. Oh dear goodness, the sensitivity on this thing. Goodness. Gracious me. All over the place like a dog's breakfast this morning. There we are.
Perfect.
No, not perfect.
As the effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test.
Well, at least she understands the idea of scientific rigor. Good to keep the variables as low as possible. Good science. Though, I feel like making a human do all of this is certainly not the most scientific way of doing it. But yes, Portal. It's an interesting... loading. It's quite a famous game. Along with Valve's many other games and the...
Very well. Please be advised
Oh, don't
that
condescend
a
me.
noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the aperture science material emancipation grip, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
Oh, interesting. I'll keep it in mind, old lass. Thank you.
Very good. You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With
Famous.
it, you can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however,
I'm
is not.
sure.
Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you...
I see. Under no circumstances should I. Exist, I suppose? How very philosophical. Dear robot. Don't you worry, I shan't be breaking any laws of physics soon. I suppose I already have. Breaking any space-time continuums, perhaps.
Please proceed to the chamber lock. Mind the gap.
Oh, goodness. Excuse me.
Well
Sneezing.
done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested.
Well, that is ominous. Perhaps I was somebody's daughter that was kidnapped. Terrifying. Ugh. I am not on the top of my
Welcome to
game.
Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
Again, I feel like she is very condescending, isn't she? Let's just throw you there. Ooh, that's gonna give me a headache.
Once again, excellent work. As part of a required test protocol, we will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck.
Well, it's not like you were helping me very much anyway, so I have no idea what'll change. Goodness, I'm just downing this tea like there's no tomorrow. I feel like I asked earlier, but anyone having tea or coffee this morning? Just milk? Glass of Nesquik or Milo? Some Vegemite on toast? I know it's a bit fast. It's probably more brunch now, I suppose. Ooh. Ah, simple. Simple puzzles indeed. Apparently not. No, there's just one down there. I usually have more to say, but there's just not much going on in this game.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good
Wonderful.
job. As part of a required test
Good to know you can be
protocol,
trusted,
we will
old
stop enhancing
robot lady.
the truth in 3, 2...
The plot thickens, it seems. Not only can this robot lie, it has a lot of strange protocols. Whoever designed it was interesting, to be sure. Oh, that looks dangerous.
While safety is one of many enrichment center goals, the Aperture Science High Energy pellet seen to the left of the chamber can and has caused permanent unbelievable. You.
Subject name here.
Must be the pride of.
Subject hometown here.
Well, I suppose that was to be expected. But curiosity killed the cat and the woman in the test chamber, apparently.
The Aperture Science High Energy pellet seen to the left of the chamber. Unbelievable. You.
Subject name here.
Must be the pride of.
Subject hometown here.
The pride of something. Wait, she said that when I killed myself, too. Goodness. She rejoices in my... I should have expected that. But yes. Goodness. Feel as if I'm unable to talk properly.
Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate. Good.
Shh.
Now use the Aperture
We don't need
Science
exposition here.
stationary scaffold to reach the chamber lock.
Oh. On the stationary scaffold, eh? How am I supposed to do that? Truly the most difficult puzzle. Ah, there we are. Goodness. It's true that humans don't tend to look up over 40... I have really got to stop killing myself on lasers. Goodness gracious.
Good. Now use the Aperture Science unstationary scaffold to reach the chamber lock.
Oh, look at me. It's like I'm staring down at myself. Filthy creature below me. Look upon your God and despair, for I look like you. And we are both evil. There's your bit of philosophy today. Hey, I killed God, that meant. Ah, portal, portal, portal. I've watched this game a number of times. As I've said, at Christmases and visiting relatives. And they always seem to finish it quite quickly. Though I did watch... He was quite young at the time. My nephew play through this and have a awful time. Oh goodness, what did he say? Oh, he said something just hilarious. It'll come to me, I'm sure.
For failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on your official testing record, followed by death. Good luck.
Don't worry. I've clearly already experienced quite a bit of death recently. Quite used to it. Well, that works. Oh, I'm flying through these puzzles at a great rate of knots. Ah, yes. First here. And there. It does sort of feel like one of those game tests, doesn't it? It's all very grey and simple geometry. So if that little fact I know about this game is true, then this may have actually been some sort of physics engine test. And considering how big Valve, the company who made this game, got after its release...
Please note that any appearance of danger
trying to
is
talk
merely
here.
a device to enhance your testing experience.
Be quiet, robot. I'm trying to talk about this. Became quite successful, this game, and I don't know if this is the game that propelled Valve into its current state. Or was it a cult classic to begin with? Unfortunately, I'm not too... Well, I probably have been told, but...
to inform you that this next test is impossible.
Oh, wonderful.
Make no attempt to solve it.
Is it now? I see. Suppose I can't do anything about that.
Fantastic. You remain resolute and resourceful in an atmosphere of extreme pessimism.
Well, if perhaps you had a bit more emotion in your voice, I'd have been convinced of your pessimism. But it seemed to me that you neither care if the glass is half full or the glass is half empty. You only care about how much water is in the glass by molecule. It's quite difficult to think that you'd think everything's impossible. If it was impossible, you'd probably just shoot me. Yes, oh yes! I should probably talk about what I've been doing recently.
Hello again.
Silent.
To reiterate, previous one.
That worked a bit better than expected.
Over momentum.
Oh. Simple.
Spectacular.
Thank you.
You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
That's a good distinction. Never been much a physicist myself, really. Ow, I wasn't supposed to shoot it there. Perhaps I was supposed to shoot it here? Nope. Ah. But yes, recently I decided to bite the bullet and do that which I most fear. Go on social media.
Momentum, a function of mass and velocity, is conserved between portals. In layman's terms, speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
I keep getting distracted by this person's word. I do like listening too much. Hey! Fun. But yes, I started up a Twitter yesterday, I think. Yes, it was yesterday. I always forget. Time seems to move so slowly when you're working. And I am attempting to make some friends. Which is unusual for me. I barely even use the one Facebook account I do have.
The enrichment center
And it's quite tough to figure out all this whole
always
thing.
provide a safe
I feel a bit
testing environment.
outdated.
In dangerous testing environments, the Enrichment Center promises to always provide useful advice. For instance, the floor here will kill you. Try to avoid it.
Oh, wow. Suppose she's a captain of the army. Captain Obvious, specifically. Ah, I see. Let's spread this kid around. But yes, started for Twitter and I've been chatting to a lot of, well, chatting at or retweeting stuff. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Not much, but it's quite interesting. It's amazing how this community, particularly the Vtuber community, seems to be so attached to Twitter as its primary source of communication with other members. Wow, that was a terrible mistake. It worked before, I was hoping it would work again. Excuse me, bit of mucus build-up. Oh. It auto-saved, did it? I don't know how this is supposed to help me.
Modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once. As part of an optional
The power
test
of God
protocol,
is in my
we are
hands.
pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in.
Subject hometown here.
You don't even know my hometown. Though you're probably right. Oh, I have a lot of interesting stories about my old hometown. Had quite a few interesting criminal elements in it. I never had much experience with them, but I was most certainly friends with many of the sons of the criminal element in town. Quite a big organized group they were. I think they were Italian. Type of mafia. They weren't in Italy, of course, but the town was mostly Italian. And it was amazing how many people in that kind of town. Like, I know it's... If you go out to the abattoirs in Western Queensland and, well, rural country, you'll find that a lot of people don't speak English. However, it always surprises me when I think about the fact that I knew this old lady who used to live next to us. She never spoke a word of English to her. And I lived there for quite a many years in my hometown, and she never spoke a word of English, you know? Though she did give us a lot of chocolate. Which is a universal language, I suppose. Hey, smack. There. There we are. But yes, so my hometown was quite a small little rural town where most people spoke Italian. Comforting. And so it's no surprise that the net worth of this terrifyingly powerful device that can create portals is more expensive than my tiny little rural town, where people mostly sold wine, drugs, and ran a criminal element. I knew the sons of hitmen.
Control of both portals. This next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline.
Oh, fun. The old adrenaline shot. A classic. Anyone here had to inject anyone with adrenaline? I've had to once. Somebody having suspected having a, allergic reaction to peanuts, I believe. An old EpiPen. It's right recently, actually. Those things are terrifying. But you all know what the EpiPens look like. I met a fellow who was part of the army. And he used to... I think he was allergic to bees. Or some such like that. Insects of some kind. Likely bees. Where am I going? Ah, yes. Simply that. And they did something terrible to him. I believe they did some kind of exposure therapy to him so he could go while he was in the army so that he would not react to them while he was on deployment. And so they just kept stinging him with bees. He told this to me like it was the normalest thing in the world. He's like, oh, those things bloody hurt me, mate. Oh, I was in the army and I had to get myself desensitized to my bee stings. And I was like, yes, how'd they do that? He's like, oh, mate, they just kept stinging me? Or... I can't remember if they stung him or got him to react to whatever was actually causing him to react, whatever chemical. They just kept stinging me, and then when I'd start swelling up, they'd stick an old EpiPen on me. Oh dear. What am I supposed to do now? Ah. Stick an old EpiPen on me, and then they sting me again. And then stick an EpiPen on me, then sting me again. Till eventually, his body stopped reacting. But he said every time he had the EpiPen, it was more and more painful. Which is fairly horrifying, but he was talking about it like it was...
When the testing is over, you
Trying
will
to
be
talk here, lady.
missed.
Will I be missed? That's kind of you. But yes, this old fella was just talking like, oh yeah, it hurt like a bloody... It's like being bitten by a snake by the end of it. Bloody hurt, that is. I was like, good God, mate. They sounded like they were trying to kill you, not get you to join the army, frankly.
Technology must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further compliance information is required or will be provided, and you are an excellent test subject.
Oh, thank you. Very, very kind. I see. Perhaps like this. Hey! Ah, look at me. Physics master. How kind. Rolling out the red carpet. But yes, some of the things the army do always shocked me. And I was never able to... I was never a candidate to be in the army, unfortunately for me. Well, fortunately and unfortunately. One had to be fit and able. I was not. This was a terrible mistake. Oh, I am so confused. I've really stopped killing myself in these things. Born asthmatic, unfortunately, could never join the army. That's why I was only ever part of the Salvation Army. Oop. This is taking far too much of my brain power. But yes. Just thinking of things to say. It's quite difficult to think up old topics in the morning. Let's run over. See if I can't get this to work this time. There we are.
Very, very good. A complimentary victory lift has been activated in the main chamber.
Complimentary victory lift, eh? Is that what they call doing a bench press? When you've done your sets of... your total sets and you're proud of yourself. You won victory lift. Get yourself muscular. Oh, good God. Oh, I'm not top of my game today. It's hard when you haven't personalities to burn off. I even thought of a few topics to talk about, but...
Cake and group counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test.
Cake and counseling.
Helping us help you help us all.
Just what I need. Counseling. You know, I have no idea how that worked. But I'm gonna take it. My genius sometimes surprises even me. Okay. Can't get that through. Okay. I see. I shouldn't have gone through it. There we are. Genius I am. Look at me, solving puzzles. Clearly my mind hasn't degraded at all. Still is. Sharp as ever. How was this supposed to help me? Yes. Anyone here use Twitter? I don't. I'm just jumping all over the place, I know. But I've been curious. Twitter's such a... oh, I say. Ah. I wonder if it's a case of... if you keep momentum, perhaps... oh, good God. Maybe not. Damn. Okay, I think I figured it out. But yes. Sushu... I keep saying but yes, it's my... okay. Okay, okay. You see, okay. My brother has such terrible trouble with repeating that kind of word over again. He'll keep saying okay, okay, but okay, okay, yes, okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Wow, it goes straight back, does it? Okay, so, okay. Oh, goodness, I'm just... ooh. Quite quiet. I'll get more used to it. I think of doing more of these morning shifts. Morning shifts? Goodness, look at me, a shift worker through and through, aren't I? Shift worker through and through. So, yes. Goodness, I cannot figure this puzzle out. There's some simple solution I'm sure I am just entirely missing. Let me use all of my brain power to figure this one out. Comes to the angled surface. Perhaps I should put it on that one. That'll send it straight out though. Let's see if I can't put a blue one on this one. It comes... okay, it comes out there. Goodness. Whew. And here I thought this was going to be a relaxing time. Trying to think of topics. Well, speaking topics. Yes. suppose why I get frustrated by this puzzle. Recently thinking about the VTuber community. See, I joined the whole VTuber community, and this is what inspired me, was the creativity of everyone. I thought it was such an interesting and new concept. I've done a fair bit over my time, and I feel like I've done so much, but I just haven't evolved much, you know? And so then I saw this brand new thing to do. Oh dear, people have been jumping in and out. Goodness. Having difficulties speaking. Let me just take a breath. Goodness. I have no more tea. Terrible. Perhaps having caffeine before this was not the best idea. Quite nervous. I had all these topics and now I can't think of a damn one. I am perhaps an idiot. All of this for this damn bus. God damn it. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, it's my Twitter handle. I never did say it. I believe it's... I couldn't get Eric Winters. It's, unfortunately, a very normal name. Well, that was a terrible decision. My Twitter handle is, I believe... I can check. Eric of Winters. That is my Twitter handle. That is my Twitter handle. But yes, Twitter's very interesting. You see, I should probably tell my history of... I was thinking about my history with social media. I believe it was about 2013 or so that I made a... Maybe just before 2013, that I made a Facebook account. And that is because I almost exclusively operated through... phone and call, you know? Like a man of my era, unfortunately. So, Facebook was something I just thought, Same with MySpace, I believe was the one that came before that. Eric of Winters. Maybe I should post it up in the chat for you, but... Yes, so, I've always had a bit of a... I suppose it's a... As much as I hate to admit it, it's a bit of a fear of the unknown, I'd say. You know, I just love talking to people in person, you know? I love the interaction, I love talking and interacting with people. Oh, these things go up. I see. And I am definitely part of, well, I'd say I'm better at it now. But I definitely was part of that group of older people who perhaps had a bit of a, oh, I see. What is it? That old thing you all make fun of us for. The,
Did you know You can donate one or all of your vital organs to
All
the
these
Aperture
kids
Science
looking down at their
Esteem
phone,
Fund
all
for
that kind of
Girls.
stuff.
It's true.
Never experiencing life, never doing things. And I'd say I'd still agree, I think social media can be quite... well, it just doesn't carry the personableness of it. I much enjoy talking to people and interacting people face to face. Even phones were uncomfortable to me. But at least on phones I could explain myself. I've always had such a fear of being misunderstood online. I've seen it happen too many times. I like to think and ruminate, and so when I tend to
Due
use
to
my...
mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has
sure.
been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
It's time to show my Rambo nature.
Please put me down.
No.
Are you still there? Malfunction. Who's there?
Well, I figured that one out pretty quickly. But yes, so when I started this whole YouTube thing, I kind of was reluctant, let's say.
Activated.
Ah! Goodness. I have a lot of blood. But yes, I was reluctant to start. Ominous. Ooh. Look at this. The cake is a lie. Ah, I mean, there isn't cake at the end of this clearly terrifying, murderous robots course. What a shame. It's almost like this terrifying, murderous robot has kept me up in a box for some terrible nefarious... Maybe it's a much more comedic version of I have no eyes and I must scream. Perhaps I'm the last human on Earth. This robot, upset at the fact that it's been given a cursed existence. Has decided to torture me for the whole time. But I digress. Back on topic. Anyone read I Have No Mouth and Must Scream? It's quite a morbid little story, that. But yes, back on topic.
There you are. Target locked. Malfunction.
And yeah, just concentrating on this. I need to get better. I'm still not quite good enough at games to be able to talk and actively do things at the same time. I got quite good at it in Resident Evil, but... how am I gonna do this? Ah, cubes. Ah, nice little tune. Yes, I was always a bit afraid of Twitter, in a way. Didn't like the idea of social media. Just too much energy to learn something, you know? I'd already given up on it. But when I saw that this was part of the community, part of what everyone did, I thought perhaps I should figure it out, I guess. I think there's an easier way to do this.
Good night. Sentry malfunction.
Yes, that was it, wasn't it?
There you are. Quiet. Are you still there?
Take that. Foolish fool. Oh dear.
Are you still there?
Well done.
I'm sure I've just ruined
Android.
billions of
The
dollars of
Enrichment
equipment.
Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent at the first sign of defiance.
Well, good to know there's an afterlife. Or perhaps it is a have no mouth and must scream situation where hell is in fact a place of the android's own making. Where it is on Earth.
The vital
As
apparatus
philosophical
will
as this,
deliver
hell
a
is the
weighted companion cube in
Earth
3,
that we live on,
2,
unfortunately.
1.
Oh.
This
Wonderful.
weighted companion cube
How
will
adorable.
accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it.
How adorable. Little hearts. Love. Something I am sorely lacking, clearly. Take that. Defend me.
Symptoms most commonly produced by enrichment center testing are superstition, perceiving inanimate objects as alive, and hallucinations. The enrichment center reminds you
So
that
you're
the
saying this
weighted
all could be
companion
fake?
cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak. Center
A strange
reminds you
qualifier.
that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
A strange qualifier, my dear robot. But certainly, I'll trust you. Oh, I've drunk too much tea. My bladder is not what it used to be. I've just realized I am in a... Oh dear, I lost the companion cube. Come back with me, my friend. Now. You and me. Friends for life. Well, thought it was going to be something like that. They wouldn't have... It's good game design. They've primed you with that first corridor of you clearly showing the need to push things with the cubes. Aha. Now, how do I get the... Is that the only ball we've got? Check. It seems that it is. Oh, goodness. Must give me a moment. It seems that the tea I've drunk and my older bladder is not doing well together. So I must run off to the lavatory for a moment. Let me just mute. There we are, I'm back. Oof, sorry about that. Ah, can we get game back up? There we are. Oof, certainly not easy anymore. Oh, another one of these little hidden areas, eh? How interesting. Ooh. Dark secrets. The companion cube was a person? Oh. Like, the abandonment play stream. You know, I was quite shocked to find that was a thing, but yes, this stream isn't some kind of abandonment play where I start playing a game and then leave my viewers to suffer by themselves, don't worry. But no, I just had to run off. Drank a bit too much tea before the stream started. Made me anxious and nervous. Oh, caffeine, you a fickle mistress. Oh yes, good to see you, Uber, by the way. I've started this stuff in the morning. I don't know if I've started doing streams in the morning. I don't know if you were aware of why I was doing this, but I just had some time and I thought I'd scale up a bit. Oh, okay. I thought you were surprised that I was gone. I can hear the thing bouncing around, but I have no idea. Oh. Is there one? I suppose I'll get one from here. Yes, I decided, I did mention it last Sunday's stream. I decided that I'd do a bit of extra shenanigans. For, well, it was for myself, really. And also, I wanted to see if I couldn't bring some new people in. You know, I mostly stream on Australian time, you see. And Australian time,
The Enrichment Center reminds
well,
you that the weighted companion cube cannot speak. In the event that the weighted companion cube does
I
speak,
speak.
the Enrichment Center urges you to disregard its advice.
Ah, okay. Yes, yes. This was just to set up, kind of, I wanted to see if I couldn't bring in a new audience, I suppose. The, Americans always stream at about this time, and even the fellows in Japan tend to stream at this time. Did a bit of research, you know. But, ugh. But I had to run off because I am old and I drank too much tea. Ah, there we are. But yes, the streaming platform's been working quite well today. It's all good. I haven't had many troubles, at least. But I have had trouble speaking, apparently. I had all these topics set up that I would talk about, but they've all gone out the window, it seems. Good God. Hope it doesn't stop me from too far back.
Cannot speak.
Yes.
In the event that the weighted companion cube does speak, the Enrichment Center urges you to disregard its advice.
I'm worried whatever I must scream monstrosity exists inside the companion cube. I'd worry that it even had the sanity to speak properly. It's the only horror story I can think of, unfortunately. Ah, you stupid thing. Hell. Hell indeed. Silly me.
Companion cube cannot speak. In the event that the weighted companion cube does speak, the Enrichment Center urges you to disregard its advice.
Perhaps I'll set it up already. I'll use the orange board. Remember orange, everyone. Yes. I thought this game would be easy to talk over, but clearly I was wrong. Silly me, clearly. Is that it? Have I finally fixed the puzzle up? Yes, wonderful. Oh, damn it. Get the bastard companion cube back. There we are.
You did it. The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck. However, it cannot accompany you for the rest of the test and, unfortunately, must be euthanized.
Ah, a
Please
shame.
escort your companion cube to the Aperture Science Emergency Intelligence Incinerator.
No troubles, I'll do that. There we are.
You euthanized
I hope I
your
ended your
companion
wretched
cube
existence.
more quickly than any test subject on record. Congratulations.
Thank you. I pride myself on efficiency, if nothing else. I'm sure whatever could speak that was inside that cube would probably thank me for it. I'm nothing if not pragmatic. Now I say it doesn't really mean all that much, considering the definition of pragmatism. Well, sure, it's a type of philosophy, not actually.
The experiment
Same, you
is
see, I
nearing its conclusion.
trained
The
in
Enrichment
linguistics,
Center
so
is required
pragmatics
to
had a very
remind you
different meaning
that
to
you
me
will
than
be
it
fed,
meant for.
And then there will be cake.
Oh, wonderful. Give me a moment. I'll come back. Give me a moment. Just gonna wander through here. Cold-hearted, really. I'm always alone. We're all alone in our own bodies, aren't we? Now there's some more philosophy for you. One can truly never be connected to another, but we are all alone in our own bodies. Oh dear. Save that one. That's the old companion cube. I'm saying he would have thanked me. I can't in good conscience let the friend that accompanied me through that test to suffer like that. If anything, I am a hero for my actions. I wonder if there was a way to save the companion cube there. Probably should have tried, but again, it was a wretched existence. This is a very strange test. Feels a tad incomplete, doesn't it? I'm quite used to the portals. Yay! Yeah. What's this? Oh dear. Goodness, what the hell is this? Ow! Should have probably looked at the signs. Who is a man? What is a man? What is that phrase? I remember... I was recently going back over one of the old Castlevania games. Is it Dracula who says that, or watching a video about one of the Castlevania games? Is it Dracula who says, "What is a man but a bundle of lies"?
The experiment
all the way
is
back
nearing its
here.
conclusion. The Enrichment Center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
Anyway, what'd you expect? My scream is full of philosophy and pain. What else has an old man got but the thoughts he's had over his life? Isn't philosophy fun? I'm here to make you think. Whoa! But yes, for your information, this... Ah, I see. There was a point to all of this. Oh, I get myself crushed by the door. See if that works. I'm not too sure. Well, I suppose I could go from straight on. Yes. I wish to go from straight on. I can never finish thoughts in this game. It always distracts me. Will that work? I don't think it will. Damn. I wonder if this will blow up the button. No. Ah, I see. This will be quite quick. Ah. Dang it. Did the wrong one. Whew. Okay. Breathe. Hey! Hey! There we are! Look at me! I just realised I have killed these cheeky sods. Still. Dang it. Let's see if I can't get rid of myself. Some turrets. Oh, damn it. There we are. And... oh, how do I miss that one? What is a man but a bundle of lies? Yes, old Uber, I've started a Twitter, you know? I'm up with the kids these days. Oop. Game caught itself there. I'm at Eric of Winters. I've started trying to connect more with the community. Though I do not know how much help that will give me. Ah. Now, how am I supposed to get over there? Am I just supposed to jump? This is quite troubling. A good final test, it seems. Who's a man but a bundle of lies? Why is that word phrase kind of stuck in my head? I'm really quite at a loss. How am I meant to get up there? Anyone here played this game? I might need to ask for help for this one. Do I just jump? That seems a bit dangerous, though. No. Nothing on the roof. Do I shoot myself the whole way? Is there some great distance I can drop? Ah! A great distance I can drop. Alright. I see. I think I understand now. Press the button. I go out. Put one there. One down there. And fly. There we are. Success indeed. Still got it. And yes, it's quite difficult to talk over this sort of thing. But I'm giving myself some training with this sort of stuff, so it'll be a bit unrefined for now, but hopefully I'll get a little better. Well, they had a bit more traffic than I expected. Maybe not many people stayed, probably because I wasn't quite as entertaining as I normally am, but thinking of perhaps doing singing streams and the like at this time, if I can. Wow, this is quite a long last puzzle. I was told it was quite short, this game, and I was thinking I'd have to play the second game. Whey! Yep. What? Wow, it's not over, is it? Oh dear. I did not think this through, did I? Alrighty then. Ah, I see. Just supposed to do one. Hey.
Well done. Be
Hey.
advised that the next test requires exposure to uninsulated electrical parts that may be dangerous under certain conditions. For more information,
Will
please
they?
attend an Enrichment Center electrical safety seminar.
Oh, wonderful. Seminars. And here I thought I would have escaped from them at this age. But you never can. There's always a seminar for something. You need to use the toilet at your workplace? Well, we've got to use a seminar on toilet safety. Because one time, some dude almost drowned himself. Good God. It always is the lowest common denominator, isn't it? Well, we've already discovered cake is not going to come. It'll come out at an angle, won't it? Oh no, apparently that'll work. Ah. Alright then. Wow. Always a seminar for something. You may think I'm joking about the toilet one, but I genuinely remember being in a workplace where someone made an absolutely nightmarish mess of the toilet. It was something we all were shocked by, and the manager of the office I was at the time had to genuinely, honestly, have a seminar about how to properly flush the toilet and properly use the toilet, because this happened on multiple occasions. You see, at the time I was a cleaner, so I made sure that those people knew how to use the damn thing, because I was not about to have to clean up one of those messes again. It was horrifying. I have no idea what this man was eating.
Congratulations. The test is now over.
Oh.
All aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin. Rest assured that there is absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your victory incandescence. Thank you for
Victory
participating
incandescence.
in this aperture science computer-aided enrichment activity.
And here I thought we'd make a close and connected bond, old robot lady. Here I thought we had a close and wonderful friendship, and now here you are, trying to kill me.
What are you doing? Stop it. You're pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you.
Ah,
We are
is that so?
very happy for your success.
Thank you.
We are throwing a party in honor of your tremendous success. Place the device on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides. A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party. Make no further
Collect me,
attempt to leave the testing area. Assume the party escort submission position or you will miss the party.
I don't think it's that kind of party. If I have to enter the submission position when I'm going to a party, I think I may have come to a party that is a bit more raunchy than I would like. A bit more raunchy indeed. Ah. Perhaps it's a classic case of... Well, that was a terrible success.
What are you doing? Stop it. You're pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you.
There we are.
very
Just didn't have quite the
happy
long.
for your success. We are throwing a party in honor of your tremendous success. Place the device on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides.
Oh, a door that opens.
A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area. Assume the party escort submission position or you will miss the party.
Oh, another door that opens. Amazing. Got through eventually.
Where are you? I know you're there. I can feel you here.
Right. How will I do that? How will I do that? Well, that was to be expected. Oh, what's that? Ah, it's quite good to see you all here. I'm hopefully going to finish this soon. If my brain allows me to figure out the puzzles fast enough. Goodness. Who would have thought? Streaming at night when I'm more used to it makes it easier. Ah! I'm very confused. Help me. I'm lost and alone. Now, this is very confusing. And yes. Ooh. I feel like it's something to... Perhaps it's just simple as that. Wow. Goodness, I really seem to miss the simple solutions. Very futuristic. Oh, wow. Aha! I am a keyboard warrior now. Fear my retribution. Ah. For I have the power of the keyboard. Black Mesa Project? Oh, isn't that the name of one of their other things? Black Mesa. That came out recently, didn't it? Was that a... Ah! Where do I teleport to and from? Well, the classic phrase would be work. I do still work a bit, and it would be so convenient just to step out, be able to laze in as much as possible. Too many early mornings, frankly. The shame of shift work, I suppose. Can't escape early mornings. Oh, I should get my keyboard back. But yes, to and from work would be the most convenient, but then I do have a place I love to go holidaying to. So perhaps... Yes, I'm bringing the keyboard. How can a keyboard warrior be without his keyboard? How else am I supposed to post vaguely racist things? Ah, the bedroom from the toilets. That's a good one. But I feel like I've learned that you have to have a more whole... You can do those sort of small things on your own, but it's the big stuff, the stuff that takes lots of time, you know? The stuff that makes you go, should I take a few days off? Well, that's true. What do you mean you're going to put it in the toilet or above the toilet, so you don't even have to get out of bed, you just roll over and do your business straight into the portal? Oh, that's a terrible image. Just do your business straight into the portal. But yes, you gotta think. I feel it's a much more... Oh dear, wrong portal. Yeah. Okay. Straight in, yeah. Why not? You got the thing anyway. But yes, I'd think I'd put a portal at my holiday location. Rob a bank? I suppose. Clearly too much of a well... Well, that's if you move the portals, I suppose. You would have... Well, I've certainly seen some shocking office work pranks in my life. And I've also seen some horrid people. I didn't even notice you wrote back, Uber. But I've seen some horrid people at works that love to do that sort of prank. They'd probably find a great deal of fun in... Oh no! Whatever shall I do? I've lost my keyboard.
Okay, the test is over now. You win. Go back to the recovery annex for your cake. It was a fun test, and we're all impressed at how much you won. The test is over. Come back.
Yeah, well, I suppose if you were doing a heist movie style thing, you can probably somehow try and open a bank account with them. Go into the vault. That would be how you...
Somebody cut the cake. I told them to wait for you, but they cut it anyway.
Certainly could get a lot of money by robbing a bank with this portal gun, but... There's quite a few things. You could just put a portal underneath a shelf at a supermarket and just steal things from behind the shelves. Who needs money? Just take the stuff straight off the shelves or straight out of the warehouses. Ah, it reminds me of something. Has anyone here read Magician? Feast, I think it was. I think it was Feast. There's a character in that who does almost exactly that. Just reminded me. He has a bag, you see. That has a portal and it's attached to a apple stand somewhere, I believe. And he does essentially exactly that. He just takes apples every time. Or is it oranges? I can't remember. But instead of stealing money, which is going to be noticed, steal lots of small amounts of products from stores, which will be less likely to be noticed. And then you can live at large, steal some, curry row, take it straight from where it comes from. Ah, I see. I think I see what I need to do. And then, leave a portal at your holiday destination of choice. Ah, I see. A holiday destination of choice. Resell it at expensive prices, yes. Depends how many portals you have. If you only have the 2 portals, but if I have multiple portal guns, I could certainly make quite the empire out of it. Then live at large in the Bahamas or something, without even having to pay without even having to pay a flight fee at all. Just throw one of the portals on a plane, wait till it lands, and walk back through the airport. It's not like security look at your... well, I can't remember if they do. They wouldn't look at your ticket, they just look at your passport. And you'd be able to go anywhere you wanted. Just throw it on a plane, wait till the plane gets in.
You're not even going to
Sneak out.
Where do you think you're going? Because I don't think you're going where you think you're going.
Well, that was lucky. Okay. The ladder doesn't work. I jump? Portal would be a powerful thing indeed. Is there a wall in there that I can go into? Yes, there is. Here we are.
Didn't we have some fun, though? Remember when the platform was sliding into the fire pit and I said goodbye? And then I was all, we pretended we were going to murder you.
Oh yes, pretended. I trust your words entirely.
Remember when the platform was sliding into the fire pit and I said goodbye? And you were like, and then I was all, we pretended we were going to murder you. That was... Didn't we have some fun, though? Remember when the platform was sliding into the fire pit and I said goodbye? And you were like, and then I was all, we pretended we were going to murder you. That was great. Is anyone there?
Nope. Takes a lot of concentration. Using all of my power to get through this. Goodness, this is a gauntlet, of course. Gauntlet is of course indeed. Nope. Am I supposed to make it over there somehow? Am I supposed to leap to the floor, perhaps? Oh, goodness. Ah, wrong portal. That's embarrassing. And to shoot the blue one down. Oh well. Luckily, I appear to have no fall damage. Otherwise, my legs would have cracked multiple times over at this point. Ah. In the wrong place. Third time's a charm, I suppose. Do I get to murder this giant robot lady at the end of this? I assume it's a lady. I don't want to assume. Well, I did just assume.
You really shouldn't be here. This isn't safe for you.
Clearly. Clearly it isn't safe for me.
You really shouldn't be here. This isn't safe for you. It's not
You are the paragon of the world who wishes me to be safe. That's all you wish, isn't it? Ah, this lady seems awfully concerned about my safety, all of a sudden. Here we are. Made it. Wonderful. Trays up down here. I suppose it's somewhere down here. Glad to all this person who wrote all these signs.
You should have turned left before. It's funny, actually, when you think about it. Someday we'll remember this and laugh, and laugh, and laugh.
Will we now?
Well, you may as well come on back.
Just have a old whale of a time, will we? Some rat in the walls clearly drawing all these patterns, because I certainly can't see any people around here drawing all these exit signs. Ratatouille's come to save us. Hardening the walls. Oh dear. Cheeky.
Activated. Are you still there? Target acquired. Searching. I don't hate you.
Ah! Clever bastard. Shot around me. Now.
Target, put me down. Search. Uh-oh. Who's there? Test terror.
Aha!
I don't blame
I'm a master at getting rid of these fellas.
you. Hey.
Oh dear. That was close. I must shot myself in the foot with that one. Ah!
You're not a good person. You know that, right? Good people don't end up here. Can you hear me?
No, actually. I've suddenly gained a temporary case of extreme deafness. Shocking, isn't it? Was I supposed to go down there? Ah, here we are. Oh, that's where I came from. Oh no. Is it? Apparently not. Wonderful. Over here. This is certainly one of the longest streams I've ever done, isn't it? But yes. Oh, the rat in the walls, it seems. Help. Cake is alive. La di da di da. Somebody's been living in the walls for a while, it seems. Upstairs. How do I get upstairs? No, doesn't seem to be anything in there. There we are. Simple physics. Seems I have conquered physics as I anticipated.
It didn't have to be like this.
Ah, no keyboards.
I'm not kidding now. Turn back or I will kill you.
Didn't you?
I'm going to kill you. And
The
all the
poor
cake
threat.
is gone. You don't even care, do you?
No, not
This
particularly.
is your last chance.
How about you? No, I expected that would work better than it did. Ah, am I supposed to shoot it straight at its face, huh? How about the... Oh, am I just supposed to shoot it? Okay. Thank you. Very kind. I thought I was supposed to shoot the thing with its own bullet. Where is this robot? Over here. How am I supposed to get over there? Is there a hole in the ceiling? Ah, the glass. I got it. There we are. Rampant property damage. Always the best way to solve a puzzle. Yes, but it's surprisingly difficult in that tiny space. Hey! Hey! My legs are too short. I always become trapped at the simplest places. I'm missing something. Was I supposed to grab something on my way? A box, perhaps? Let me go see if I can't find myself a stool. Evening, fellows. Ah, there we are. I still got it yet. Figured it out. Oh, this has also been one of the longest streams I've ever done. Just realised what time it was. Time flies when you're having fun, I suppose. In here, it said. Okay. Ah, I see. There we are. Clever little game, this. Amazing. All this to test a physics on, you know? Wait, oh. Oh, goodness. Should put a death counter on this thing at this point. Excuse me. Got distracted by a bit of tuba music. I've been thinking about doing something about that. I've got skill in tuba and trumpet, and a harp's made its way to my house, actually. I have a harp sitting in my lounge room. Perhaps I should try and learn harp this stream. Excuse me. Throat's a bit rough. Oh, what is this? Ugh. What is that sound? I do not like the consistency of this filth. Oh dear. Why am I sliding? Ugh. Oh dear. Ah, another one of these puzzles, eh?
Put me down.
I do. Now.
Who are you?
Your worst nightmare, robot, little robot. I am like John Connor for the Terminators. Also, it seems a terrible design for an autonomous turret to die the moment it falls over. Ah! Blue. At it! They really don't handle being put down very well, do they? Ah, there's one more.
Who are you?
Destroyer of robots. Eater of bubblegum. Yes, they are a bit like goats, aren't they? I'm not too sure if that goat thing was ever real. Did anyone actually ever do a test on that? Everyone always says goats freak out and fall over and have their legs straight, but do they? Or is it just one specific type of goat? Damn, it doesn't seem that's the way to do it. Hmm. Yep. How the hell did I down here? There we are. Fun. It's very fun to bully those things, isn't it? I suppose I put one here and then jump off the edge. Look at me, flying through this game. I'll murder the giant robot lady yet. Where? I wonder if anyone's played this game very inebriated. I think that would be a fun time. Well, I personally wouldn't do it, but it would be fun to watch somebody do it. Back into the wonderful white walls. I just realized the old lady hasn't talked to us recently. Come on, old bird. Anything wrong?
Well, you found me. Congratulations. Was
Oh.
it worth it? Because
Yes.
despite your violent behavior, the only thing you've managed to break so far is my heart. Maybe you could
Now you're
settle
making me
for
feel
that,
bad.
and we'll just call it a day.
Did
I
we
guess
have such a
both know
friendship
that
with us?
Isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you.
Do you now?
Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Ew.
Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that? It's not the surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind. It's a mystery I'll solve later. By myself. Because you'll be dead. Where are you taking that thing?
Wait.
I wouldn't bother with that thing. My guess is that touching it will just make your life even worse, somehow.
I wonder how.
I don't want to tell you your business, but if it were me, I'd leave that thing alone.
I
Do you think
see.
I'm trying to trick you with reverse psychology? I mean, seriously now.
Yes.
You're kidding me. Did you just stuff that aperture science thing, we don't know what it does, into an aperture science emergency intelligence incinerator? That has got to be the dumbest thing that— whoa.
Wow. That was certainly successful. Seems it gave her a sense of humor. She's laughing now.
Just incinerated, did. It was a morality core they installed after I flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin to make me stop.
And you
flooding
were
the
moral,
enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters.
Goodness gracious, why'd they even install neurotoxin
Some
emitters?
ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rocket. Trust me.
Oh well, if you...
Alright. Keep doing whatever it is you think you're doing. Killing you and giving you good advice aren't mutually exclusive. The rocket really is the way to go.
It is, I'm sure.
That thing you burned up isn't important to me. It's the fluid catalytic cracking.
Oh.
You think you're doing some damage?
2 + 2 is...
In base 4, I'm fine. I let you survive this long because I was curious about your behavior. Well, you've managed to destroy that part of me. Unfortunately.
Fun.
Neurotoxin into your head any faster.
Oh dear.
I'd just like to point out that you were given every opportunity to succeed. There was even going to be a party for you.
How's that now?
Party that all your friends were invited to. I invited your best friend's companion Cube. Of course, he couldn't come because you murdered him. All your other friends couldn't come either because you don't have any other friends because of how unlikable you are. It's
Well,
the
now that's
same
just
with my
rude.
personal file. Unlikable. Liked by no one.
Yes, I understand the definition of unlikable, lady. That's very unkind of you. How could you say that about me?
That's exactly
I'm very
what it
very
says.
sad about the fact I have no friends.
Very official. It also says you were adopted. So
Well,
that's
there you
good.
go. Seems the person we're controlling has quite the complicated past.
Neurotoxin. So deadly.
Is it?
Joking.
Kidding.
When I said deadly neurotoxin, the deadly was a massive sarcasm quote. I could
Yes,
take
I've
that
noticed.
stuff, put it on cereal, rub it right into my eyes. Honestly, it's not deadly at all.
Yes, you are a robot, so I imagine that is the case.
Find its deadliness a lot less funny. Who's gonna make the cake when I'm gone? You. Look, you're wasting your time. And believe me, you don't have a whole lot left to waste. What's your point anyway? Survival. Well then, the last thing you want to do is hurt me. I have your brain scanned and permanently backed up in case something terrible happens.
This little cube is certainly quite... I feel like I should be making more quips. That little bastard's certainly rough. Reminds me
That's a dumb sound. You've been wrong about every single thing you've ever done, including this thing. You're not smart. You're not a scientist. You're not a doctor. You're not
Nope.
even a full-time employee.
Nope.
Where did your life go so wrong? Are you trying to escape?
I have very little idea where it went so wrong. But apparently I'm a heartbreaker.
Back in here.
I have an infinite capacity for knowledge, and even I'm not sure what's going on inside.
A surprisingly delicate supercomputer. Fun. Now, why did it just suddenly... Oh, there I go. I thought that was going to happen to me eventually. Nope. Stream's having a bit of trouble. Freedom! Though it does appear that I have died.
The party at current submission position.
I have assumed the party submission position. I didn't even realize those actual robots existed. I thought she was lying to me the whole time. Should have trusted her. There really was a party. Hmm. What's this gonna show me? Well, well, well. Oh look, there is cake. Are those plates? Oh no, they're the spheres. Now here I thought there were some very massive plates sitting up on the thing. Oh look, the companion cube's gotten there. All of our friends are here. And that is a... well, an interesting looking cake. Wonderful. There we are. Well, that's that. Ah, curious, isn't it?
This was a triumph.
Oh, and then a little song.
Making a note
She's singing for us.
huge success.
Being serenaded by an evil, murderous robot.
Overstate my satisfaction.
Didn't realise that was on my bucket list, but it seems it was.
Aperture science. We do what we must
Might
because
turn that down so I can hear myself think.
for
Ah.
the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every new
How very fun.
you just keep on
Anyone here actually played the old Portal?
and the science gets done.
I assume a few of you have.
The need gone for the people who are still alive.
How very fun.
I'm not even angry.
Ugh. Yes, that screen seems to have
I
lasted a
mean
bit.
so sincere
Might
right
turn you
now.
down.
Even though
As much as I'd love to keep you going,
heart and kill
I might skip you. Sorry, the song is very fun, but it probably will somehow screw this up.
and threw every piece into a fire.
Oh dear. Well. No more song to you. I will jump back to my old nighttime chat. Well, that was very enjoyable. Seems a few people jumped off, but we had a few people running in and out. Nobody talked, unfortunately. I do wish people would interact. But what can we do? Ah. And, yes. Of course, tomorrow I'll be streaming as I always do at 8 PM Australian Standard Time. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Had a bit of fun with that. Quite difficult. I think I might have a lot of surprise streams in the morning. If I feel I have a bit of time, I will try and stream a bit. I just think it would be good for me to get a bit of practice in, you know? So, don't worry about you fellas turning up at all, I'll just do it when I can. Just to get myself some more practice of speaking and talking while doing things, you know? However, I will think I end it there. I can't really say goodnight, sweet dreams, so have a good day. See you tomorrow. And be well in the intervening time. See ya, mate. I will be randomly appearing throughout the week when I feel I can. But Thursday, 7 PM, I will be appearing there. To play Old Little Nightmares. It'll be good fun. I tried to wink, but I realize I do not have the capacity to. Well, au revoir.